What is up, guys and gals? Fonz really fell-handed here. We are back on a regular schedule this week. Thank heavens. We've got a lot of new stuff coming at you guys. Make sure to stay tuned. We are going to start the streaming back on our regular Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern schedule, and the daily upload Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern, this being one of them. Now, this is the Tier 3 Nassau, whatever. If you know how to pronounce it properly, by all means, let me know. This is the gift ship you get for completing the Halloween-esque campaign. Very interesting stuff. Lot of good blue knuckles in there. The universal captain's commendations, if you will. So make sure to kind of swing through there and grab those. Now, this ship, the layout of it is a little bit unique, simply because it's got the midship turrets are they're on both sides, which is good because I've seen a lot of folks really work the turrets layout of given ships, and they can really end up making even turrets that are not mounted on both sides really make them work. So I would be very interested to see what some folks can do with this. Moving on here, putting some rounds down range. And this is the type of situation where you can kind of just end up turning the vessel and getting a lot of different shots there. Still not necessarily used to the German dispersion per se, or the precision. After, messing so much with the Iowa and what have you, Colorado, New Mexico, we're just not used to it, folks. So you're going to hear me at times just be like, what was that? But you know what? We do the best we can. That's all you can do. Go out there, pull the trigger, see what happens. A lot of activity here to our 12 o'clock. A lot of guys going backwards. That seems to be the rule of the day there. If you're mucking about the middle of the battle there, you have to go backwards. It's a thing. Really, not a whole lot happening for us here. We don't necessarily want to go in and get too involved. That's why we're kind of, floating between 1/2 and 1/4, because that tends to happen, with little old me and the guys now. I say, oh, well, we got to get within range of the secondaries, and then just get in range, and then by that time, everybody's in range, including the DDs. So we don't want to make the mistake here with this particular vessel. We're trying to keep our head on a swivel here, as it were. Oh my God. Put some rounds on this gentleman right here. We're turning the ship, so we're just getting all kind of guns on target. And that's what you could do. And you could even, pull that Turbot's Finessery, Gneisenau Finessery, where you end up angling off, firing the right side guns, and then angling back, firing the left side guns. So I'm very eager to see what some folks can do with this, who really, really know how to work every little bit on here. It'd be even better if you could, say certain guns on certain side of the ship always stay on that arc. That way it would really help versus them trying to catch up from being stern or forward or what have you. Still not a lot of rounds being sent our way. This is a good thing. We're a fan of this. Going full steam ahead, literally here. Going to put some rounds on this gentleman. Got a little cross-torping action there from the friendlies to our 12 o'clock. Folks here are not necessarily wanting to creep out behind this island. I think he was coming out and then he changed his mind and cut power at the last minute. Either way, saved him a little bit of damage right there. But that's fine. We're reloading here. We're in a bow tanking position. Very strong point position here, if you were. Going to be very tough to kind of deal any meaningful damage to us, at least from that gentleman from our 12 o'clock. Little activity, though, all over the board. It seems to be really mixing it up here at these lower tiers. Tier 3 is just kind of, all over the road, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's good to kind of get out of that you know, all or nothing tier 7 lobbies where, you know, you can't make a whole lot of mistakes. But at the same time, we're having fun. A guy coming up here, creeping around our 9 o'clock here. Not really sure what he's doing. We're going to find out very shortly here. God almighty. Thank goodness we were close, folks. That's all I'm going to say. Decorated that gentleman right there to our 9 o'clock. Let him know the error of his ways. Secondaries opening up. And this thing does have very short secondaries. That's how close he is. I don't think we're within his torp range, though, thank goodness. Fired a little bit of hatred right there towards that gentleman. Didn't really have as much effect as the first time around. But that's fine. You know what? We're going to keep it pushing. Keep throwing the rounds down range. It looks like almost like secondaries are going to finish him off there. And they very well may. It looks like, though, we may get loaded there. Send a little bit of hatred there. And shablamo back to the water garage for you. 45,000 damage. 3 friendlies to 4 bad guys left. Not really sure if we can clutch it, but we sure are going to give it a shot. Taking some rounds there from our rear sector. A lot of bad guys, you know, all around us, really. Not in a super awesome, amazing position. A lot of torps coming at us here. And you guys know, if you're in the BBs, you know, you can only dodge torps for so long. They will eventually catch up with you, and that is a fact. This gentleman right here is just kind of cruising around, not really having any particular place to go. Possibly we can let him go back to the water garage, but we're not going to do it with those guns. We need a lot of guns on target here to send him back. He is firing. We're angled slightly. We didn't necessarily want to take it on the chin. We were angled up a little bit. So that really kind of helped us absorb the blow. He's trying to bring her about, I think, or he's turning out. I can't really tell. Nope, he's definitely coming in. We had some rounds bounce on that last go. That's fine by me. Really, you know, this is the kind of part where things are getting dicey. I mean, we're getting up in there. It is time to show him who cuts the cantaloupe. If it is possible, we're going to do it. 51k, really trying to get out here and put some damage down range. Don't want to ram. I'm not big on ramming unless I have, you know, a tiny bit of health. It seems like a waste of good ship to me, folks. Torps going in here from the friendlies. God, I am so glad I wasn't going any faster than I was, or I would have ran interference on everything. Secondaries picking up there, 55,000 almost. A lot of action going on here, a lot of splashes, a lot of everything. We're just throwing hatred against each other here fast as we can. See who comes out on top. Hopefully it's me. I've got a friendly over here with me throwing torps in. This gentleman right here is on his last leg. This is not a good look for him. He's got some hatred there coming in. Looks like from his 3 o'clock. We're punishing him on his 12. Secondaries. I mean, just, man, this is a battle, folks. This is just knock down, drag out, a fight for the ages, if you will. Secondaries going off non-stop, trying to get some of the main guns on target here. As you can see there, secondaries firing 6 o'clock, as well as our 2-3 o'clock. Putting down a lot of fire. Just in everybody can get served. That's exactly what the secondary gunners are thinking right now. Just had a bad guy go down there. We have 1 remaining vessel. It looks like we're going to try to decorate him here best we can. It is not a good look for me, though. He's going to hit me with this blast and absolutely send me down to the water garage. 66,000 damage. Had a lot of fun in this particular vessel here, guys. The Nassau, whatever you want to call it. 66,000 damage, 120,000 credits. Tier 3. Awesome. This thing would give the Arkansas a run for its money, or as other folks call it, the Arkansas. Guys, I really hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. If you guys want to be featured on the channel, by all means, holla at your boy. We're going to make it happen. We'll catch you guys next time.
The shit he's got.